Appreciate you all coming out. I'm Vinny, with Vinny Fiorenza. This is actually our third time hosting this event here, specifically for the podcast. Freddy's been fortunate enough to be hosting here for a long time. I'll tell you a little bit about that, and we'll introduce these very important guests.
Let's go. What's up, friends? I'm Freddy Giorlando. I'm an actor and producer of this crazy business we call show. We are here at Breakroom 86 in Los Angeles. We are live, and let's have some fun. All right. How you feeling, by the way?
Oh, I'm excited, man. It's been a long week, month, day. It's gonna be a long month coming up. But,
something monumental happened today too that we'll get into. A strike.
But yeah, we'll get into that a little bit. But let's introduce our guests.
Absolutely. All right, my friends. Our first guest right here. She is a talent manager from MGMT Artists. She's a graduate of Kennesaw State University with a Bachelor of Science in Communication with Media Studies concentration. She also has a strong theater and film acting background. She was at the Brogan Agency prior to MGMT Artists. Please, my friends, give a nice welcome for Angela Delaney. What's up, Angela? Yes. Thank you for joining us. How are we feeling today?
Doing good.
Doing good? Feeling good? Feeling strong? Feeling proud?
Yes, a little nervous, but
we'll have some fun.
We're out here. Alrighty. Our next guest, he is an actor and producer originally from New York. He has been in some great film and TV roles in Don John, The Irishman, and This Is Us. He has a movie coming out in theaters August 11th titled Inside Man, starring Emil Hirsch, Lucy Hale, and Ashley Green. My friends, please give a warm welcome for Mr. Jeremy Luke in the building. Let's go.
Thank you all, everybody.
Take it in.
We appreciate you both coming out here. I'm going to give you guys both a chance to give the audience a little bit about your background and what you're doing right now. Angela, you want to start us off? Look how nervous she is. She loves
it.
Ready to
rock.
Working around how you got to that point. Let's hear a little bit about you, Angela.
sure. I'm Angela Delaney. I am a technically junior manager at MGMT Artists here in Los Angeles. I started out about 3 years ago at a talent agency as an administrative assistant and wore a bunch of different hats, so to speak, and worked my way up. Ended up at one point being a junior agent and eventually moved over into management, and that's here I am now.
Let's give it up for Angela for joining us. Yeah. All right. Jeremy, let's hear it. Give us a life story.
I'm Jeremy. I'm an actor, model, influencer, public figure. JK. I'm an actor. I'm from Staten Island, New York. I've been out in Los Angeles for the year representing.
New York, East Coast of the building. East Coast, there it is.
Sorry, from Staten Island. I've been in LA for 23 years. Yeah, survivor.
Yeah, all right.
I appreciate that. So something that we like to ask our guests on this specific podcast is, what got you guys into entertainment? Like what inspired you to get into this particular field? Angela, you want to start that off?
Sure. I mean, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to act, doing school plays and everything, and went to college, started out as a theater major, decided I needed to do something that might make me a little more money, so majored in communication instead, but I still always wanted to be involved in the entertainment industry somehow and work around actors, and so that's kind of how I ended up here, working behind the scenes with actors.
Nice, thank you. Jeremy, what drew you to this crazy industry?
I used to promote nightclubs, believe it or not.
I think I could.
Yeah, you were probably big. You You remember Silo? No, you were really young. Yeah, you were. I used to promote nightclubs in and around New York, Center, Manhattan, Jersey, and I was really stressed out. And I didn't have an outlet, so I just started acting as a whim, just like for fun, to do something different. Now here I am.
Nice, appreciate that. And Angela, what brought you into the representation space specifically? What wow, yeah, right back, just like that. But like with representation, like what do you think of it now? Like what type of how's your client relationships? Give an example for what you I'll switch that up. What do you look for in your clients when you go out there? Like so many people out here, I'm sure are actors. Like
I look for actors that I have a good rapport with, actors that I feel like are responsible, that I just get a vibe that they will get their work done, that they won't complain when they hit auditions, and who, I don't know, they're just, we get along together. It's kind of, I view it as very much it's a relationship, it's a work relationship. It's never one-sided. I'm not working for the actor. You're not working for me. We're working together. So, I mean, that's something that I always feel like is really important.
Let me throw a piggyback question on that, if I may. So, when an actor reaches out to you via email, what makes you call them in and take it further? This could give value to actors reaching out to reps during this time, or whatever the case, on what, I guess, important things to hit in an email that can catch your eye, because I'm sure you get a ton of them. But for those that have succeeded to the interview process with y'all, what in that email is a good gem for them to know about, or gems?
Yeah, I usually look obviously at their IMDb, their credits, their demo reel is always really important. Resume. I also kind of look into social medias to see kind of what you're like on social media, because nowadays that's it's a very important component.
It's a beautiful thing, the digital age.
Yes, it's a very important component, and now a lot of times with like commercials and stuff, casting directors are looking for, they want us to send them your social media handles and stuff. So, and as a manager, it's my responsibility to make sure that your socials look good and you're presenting yourself and you're representing, whatever agency or management company well.
Yeah, perfect. Like for instance, if you're going out for like maybe a children-friendly product of some sort, and they go to the Instagram and you're like,
You got ass pictures.
exactly.
Or you're parting your face off, stuff where, like maybe they won't book you, maybe they will, but something along those lines, right?
Yes.
So Jeremy's been out here for a while. He's built a lot of relationships, and he's done some showcases. Why don't you tell some of the audience members here some of the showcases stuff that you've done on, and like are you also involved in theater? Give all that background.
Yeah, I mean, I am involved in theater. I do theater. Freddy's got a big announcement soon. I do this showcase that I started in 2009. I started it for my friends, and it's really grown. It's been 14 years. I don't advertise, it's by word of mouth.
I haven't done it.
Yes, represent. But people come and they show off their stuff for agents, managers. Back in the day, I used to bring directors in. I had all these directors from the what was the school that they had the Spirit Awards? But that was like a big thing, So I've gotten people cast out of the showcase. I teach a seminar. Sometimes I bring in working actors, directors, casting directors to do a seminar. It's fun. It's been like it's been a blessing for me because I've met so many people, great people. I've met Freddy here, my friend Hannah's right here, a lot of people.
Do you have any success stories from that specifically that you can recall? Like, you don't have to give people examples, but like things that you could reference or whatever.
Yeah, my really close friend Joseph Russo, aka Joey Russo. He was if you guys know him from he played Joe Gallo in The Offer. He's got a lot of really cool stuff cooking right now. He was in my first showcase, and he emailed the manager afterwards, and that's how he started. He got his first agent. That was the first person that did the showcase, and he emailed the manager afterwards, asked for a meeting, and that was he was off to the races.
Dude, that's incredible. So obviously, hearing that, get out there.
There's a lot of it, yeah.
100%. And for actors starting out, and they're wondering, how can I make this an actual career, like longevity? You've had a lot of success. You've been in the game for a while. A lot of credits. Let's plug Inside Man in theaters, August 11th. See this man. That's a plug. That's a plug. But what advice would you give to actors starting out on how to make it a career? Any advice? What do you think?
I think the first and foremost is get really fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, study your ass off and get really good. Don't talk about it. Don't show me about it. Like, I know social media is like, it's a lot of shit, there's a lot of talk about it. There's a lot of show me, but I'm talking about actually doing it. Like, doing the work. Going and reading every day. You'd be surprised somebody who talks like me and looks like me that I read every day. But I do. But I think a lot of people want to, they just want to, and even like podcasts like this, they're great, but you can listen to podcasts now till you're blue in the face and watch Actor Studio and do this and do that. But if you're not doing the work, rehearsing and becoming an expert, a master at what you do, then you're wasting your time because it's too competitive, And for those people that are like, well, there's this factor and that factor, the truth of the matter is you can outwork people in Los Angeles. The truth of the matter, half the people here are on vacation from life. I'm not trying to sound like a Debbie Downer, but it's true, and especially in your 20s, you'll see there's a lot of people going through something and they don't really want to do this, and that's okay, right? It's totally fine.
Absolutely.
But if you become the person that you want to do it and you want to get good and you want to work, that's first and foremost. Because all this other stuff, Angela knows, we could this could be all this other stuff, but if you're not bringing the heat and the skills, it's way too competitive.
There's no such thing as an overnight success story in this business, I promise you.
Well, Ashton Kutcher right there. He got his 2 auditions, but that's the only one.
McConaughey.
Yeah, and those are freak things. They're the odds of that are just, good luck.
Slim it out.
Might as well put them on.
Alright. But there's been some activity going on in this town. Today, yeah, right.
To say the least.
Yeah, so we got the big all these strikes going on. WGA, SAG just happened today, a couple hours ago. How are you guys reacting to that? I guess Angela, you start with your clients, give us some examples of what people have been reaching out today alone over the past few weeks.
It's been a lot of, obviously, things have been slowing down. They really didn't pick up after the holidays. They slowed down. We noticed that it was slow in January, and it has never really picked up, and it's gotten even slower in the last 3-4 months. So it's been a lot of having actors ask me, well, why am I not getting as many auditions as I was a year ago? And I'm like, well,
There's a strike that's about to happen. It's been slow.
Yeah.
WGA strike leading up to it.
Exactly. So that's how it's affected us, and those are the kind of questions that we're getting. Yeah.
Well, what are some of the things, like the reactions, like have you been like having to keep clients like all their head straight and like all, you know, from jumping off these cliffs and stuff like that?
I mean, yeah, just explaining to them that obviously this is not what any of us, it's not ideal for any of us, but it's for the better good, and just kind of trying to let them know that it'll be okay, that we're here for them, and we support them. Yeah.
Jeremy, what's the deal over there? You look like you got something to say.
I do. About I've been preparing for this for a minute. So today I made a move, and I do a lot of. I've done a lot more theater before. I was really working and stuff. I was always in the theater and doing plays, etc. It actually helped me out a lot with my career. So I've known this day's coming. So I just kind of pulled the trigger today, and I rented a space, and I'm doing a play. Me and Freddy are actually producing it.
Wow. This is the segue. This is the segue for the announcement.
What?
This is the segue for the announcement.
Go ahead, Freddy.
So me and Jeremy are producing a play together, and I wanted to say that because I was gonna ask, what is a way for actors and artists to stay busy during this time when there's no work? And we were gonna kind of just segue into create your own content, or putting up a play of some sort like we're doing. But what are some ways actors could stay busy or stay ready for when things do open up? And
Yeah, I mean, the number one way is stay in class, make as many connections as possible, because once things pick back up, it'll hit the ground running, and you don't want to be that person who spent who knows how long this is going to last just sitting around and not honing your skills. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I said this every time we sat here, but get your assets together, EPKs, pitch decks, everything together, even if you're on the writer's side, get every single asset you got together ASAP. If you want to do additional assets that other people aren't thinking about, get those done too. Websites, I'm sure not every actor has an EPK or a website, but it might be worth it to have it, especially during this downtime. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna also open up to a Q&A. I don't know if anybody out there has any questions for the crowd out here.
I saw a hand.
Yeah, that's our main
Moving
man.
swimmingly in the audience.
What's going on? This is Dana. I can't barely see. It's
This question is for Angela. What can an actor do to stand out when they're reaching out to you looking for representation?
I mean, for me, it's all about like having everything together, and like your demo reel, your IMDb is good, looks good, your Actors Access looks good. I mean, I get so many emails a day of people who they're like, hey, I want to act, and I'm like, I probably won't reach back out and ask you, okay, can you send me your stuff? Like, so you'd be surprised at how many people do that, and so that simple thing makes all the difference in the world.
Just giving you all of the information up front.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And also at the same time, as a rep, just being simple too. Like, don't overwhelm her with an email, like, and write 50 things. And if you're gonna write 50 things, it better be neat, clean, and easy to digest. So don't overwhelm, because she's gonna see it and just say, I don't feel like it. Just go to the next one. And so do something that makes it way more appetizing. But yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions in the audience? Oh yeah, I see that hand.
Somebody.
I can't see it because the light, but I see the hand.
It's all good. This is a question, I guess, directly open to me, so if any of you guys want to give a response, please do. It seems like a common theme, not just in this podcast, but in the entire city of the industry, that versatility is key. Trying to do more things, experiencing more things. I guess just not being afraid to say no to different areas of the industry. In general, for if you want to be a producer or a director, an actor, a screenwriter, or whatever combination that you please, with all the union stuff, how does it kind of whatever place you start, I feel like, at what point does it become, you kind of have to take one versus the other, or what is the threshold where, like, you have to pick a side or some ideology? Because I know with the Producers Guild and everything going on right now, it's very feuded. I guess, like, when does it become more of the quote-unquote business instead of making content and telling stories, I guess?
Yeah, this is Jeremy. Did you grasp that?
Yeah, kind of. I don't subscribe. I really don't subscribe to. To be honest, like I would say go with what you love. I don't think there's any right way. I can tell you my opinion. I'll tell you his opinion. Choose ours. I mean, at some point it's like you just got to do what you love. And if you like editing, directing, going on TikTok, and being an actor, and you can really juggle that, and make. If that's something that you like go for it. Like I'm not about there's no rules. That's the thing is there's no playbook for this. There's really no playbook. All the rules, there are no fucking rules. Take the rules and throw them out the door. But just go after what you love. And if it makes you feel good, in my experience, from what I've seen and my personal experience, if it makes you feel good and you like it, do it. Don't do it because I said so or anybody else. Do you.
Can we give it up for that, actually? Cool. Yeah, thank you for that. We have time for...
Oh, yeah, totally.
Any other questions that we can take from the audience while we're here?
Hannah, ask a question.
Give me something.
My friend Hannah McBride.
Let's give it up for Hannah. Let's give it up for Hannah while she thinks of the next question.
Okay. When you're looking at social medias, do you care about the followers that they have, or just about the content in person?
No, I care more about the content because I don't think, unless casting is specifically looking for, sometimes they look for people who have a large following on social media. They're but if that would be more for influencer type jobs, but sometimes they'll specify we're looking for people who have over 100,000 followers on Instagram for this project. But otherwise, no, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen, all the Q&As with reps and stuff, that comes in more with commercials. 250,000 plus followers. That's what they're looking for commercials. As far as theatrical, representation and stuff, if you're going out for an NCIS, they don't need your followers, right? They don't care. They got LL Cool J. But if you're going in for $100 a day horror movie or something like that, and then they're looking at followers, and if it's a big thing, just go buy yourself some followers. What is it, Twixy.com? It's Twixy, TWICSY.
That's a plug.
Twixy.com. Everybody else is
Twix.
doing it. The only thing is, I think there's a thing where you have 200 if they're 200 likes or some shit, and you got 1 million followers, you don't look like an asshole. So
We want to limit you looking like an asshole.
what's that?
We want to limit the asshole looking.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, go get yourself some followers. Fuck it, everybody else is fucking around. Do it.
And what's
Fucking
wild?
robots.
Love that.
On a serious note, I don't think it hurts to have a lot of followers. So, I mean, if you can figure it out, good for you. And I'm sure there's people in this room that are figuring it out.
It's hard to get followers. I mean, I have an army of 15-year-olds that follow me. That's why I got followers. Yeah, it's a video game. What?
Yeah,
But I know I have friends and stuff. They buy the followers. Fucking buy them.
Yeah, I mean,
Buy the followers, buy the check. Who the fuck you? Want to fight fire with fire?
That's right.
true. Thank you for that question. Any other questions from the audience?
If we can't see anyone, because I can't even see in that
Did
direction.
you guys pay this crowd to be here?
Yeah. It was pretty expensive.
That's all Hannah.
I'll throw one more out there. Piggybacking off of his question in how you said to have all your materials there, it's so specific. If I send you an email just be the easiest way, here's my Actors Access link because all of my resume, photos, and reels are in there. Is that sufficient, or would you rather be in the, like, everything be attached to that email?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, as long as your Actors Access profile is up to date, it looks good, you've got up to date headshots and everything, you're good. If your resume is up there, your demo reel, you're good. If it's all in one place, that's fine. Again, like some actors, they don't update their Actors Access on a regular basis. So if you send me your Actors Access profile and your credits aren't updated, what is that going to do for me? You know, like if you have it in another form, another media form, then send it that way as well.
I wouldn't send these reps anything that they have to download either, because they don't know you. They don't want to download some Yahoo's photos, right?
Good advice.
And again, Jeremy hosts showcases where they have agents and managers that come in, so he has the agents and managers give, you know, their opinions, and, you know, he has a lot of knowledge on that. So also check out Jeremy's showcase. You can hit him up after the show, or just DM me and I'll get you in contact with him. Trying to, you know, plug you out.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram so I don't have to buy some followers.
Jeremy Luke 323, and then we had another question from the audience. Went back into the abyss of light, but just shout it out. Shout the question.
You know, our buddy was over here before.
Did he leave? It's all right.
I had better things to do. Any other questions over here? We good? We covered? That's cool. I appreciate this. This was fantastic. Do you guys have any last words of wisdom? Any official plugs that you got? You got anything, Jeremy?
Have fun.
Yes.
Honestly, have fun. It's just show business, you know? Just remember why you got into it, because you had this dream of this is how it's going to be, and, you know, it's going to be a good time. And just be careful about chasing a dragon of what everybody else is doing next to you, you know, getting an agent or manager. And look, I'm talking because I struggled for a really long time, and when I was doing good, it was when I was really like just in like flow, having a good time, doing it without the result of it, you know? So enjoy yourself. Try to find the fun in it. Don't worry about getting agent, manager, casting director, meeting this. Like, don't stress yourself out too much. Like, give yourself some grace too.
And I want to thank you all for being here. Angela, thank you so much. Great human being, great company as well.
They don't
You guys
say.
are awesome over there. And then Jeremy Luke, my buddy, I'm proud of you. He's on the heater. He deserves everything coming to him, and the best yet to come for him still. So I love you guys. Thank you.
Freddie, they don't say y'all in Jersey.
Say that to him all the time.
Listen, I mask it so people don't know where I'm from. I take clear core voice coaching and I implement it into everything that I do so no one knows where I'm from. So But thank you guys both, Angela, Jeremy, Luke, for joining us. Vinny, we can play us out after I give a shout out to Breakroom 86, the venue that has hosted us these past couple of months. We're going to keep doing a live podcast show once a month. We're going to do it on Thursdays. We'll be back next month on a Thursday. Stay tuned for more info with the industry guests we bring on. Vinny Fiorenza, Freddy Giorlando, want to play us out?
I appreciate you all. Subscribe to Who Is with Vinny Fiorenza. We'll keep this flowing. I hope to see you guys all again next month. Connect with me. I'm excited to meet you all. And appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys. Much love. We appreciate you. God bless you. Let's keep killing it.